Today we are looking at strategies for business growth, and we shall be doing this using the Ansoff Matrix. In my life as a business student and as a practitioner, I've come to appreciate two major business jargons. Even though both jargons are common at both stages of business life, one is more prominent when you are a student, especially an MBA student, and the other when you are a practitioner. If you want a word that is most common among business students, none can be better than the word strategy. Even though strategy is also common among business practitioners as a result of their business school background, practitioners are more of growth. They are more concerned about expansion. I can assure you that you won't graduate from the business school, especially if it's an MBA program, if you don't appreciate business strategy. In the same way, I can also assure you that you will never become a successful business practitioner if you are not focused on business growth and business expansion. It is therefore not surprising that the core objective of financial management is to enhance or increase shareholders' worth, which is also growth related. And because growth is so important to the success or otherwise of all business operations, if there is something that needs more attention and planning, it should be just growth. That is why you need to model your business growth strategy on paper, examine the various alternatives, requirements, costs, and benefits before you step out on the turf to implement, score goals, and win the game. And one of the best models that can be employed in such assignments is the Ansoff Matrix. The Ansoff Matrix was invented by Ansoff. He is considered as the father of strategic management based on his contribution in this direction. It was first published as a model. It was first published in the Harvard Business Review in 1957, and subsequently a book published by the author Ansoff in 1965, which expatiated much more on that, and that book is Corporate Strategy. Now let's look much more deeper into Ansoff Matrix. I must say that it is a model that helps companies to define what is sold and who it is sold to. It's actually a strategic planning tool that links a firm's marketing strategy with the general strategic direction of the company. And using a combination of two main factors under markets and products in a tabular form, it presents 4 alternative growth strategies that companies can employ for business growth. So as an illustration, we have products as one main variable, and every firm will have existing products or services that is given to the market. Firms can also develop new products. Then with regards to markets, firms usually have their current markets that they deal with, that they sell to, that they do business with, and can also come up with new markets. And the movements once again is from existing to the new ones. A combination of these, i.e. existing products, new products, existing markets, new markets, give 4 alternative strategies, growth strategies that can be used for business growth. And that is what Ansoff provided. So you can have a situation where you are using your existing or current products or services to serve your existing or current markets. And that option or alternative of strategy, Ansoff called it market penetration. And we shall discuss much more about this. Then there can be the second alternative strategy, growth strategy that can be employed. That is where you have your existing products and you want to use those existing products to serve new markets. That is market development. The third alternative is product development. And that has to do with coming up with new services and products to serve your existing market as a company. And the last combination that has to do with using new products or services to serve new markets is diversification strategy. Now let's take each of these strategies, these four alternative strategies, in turn. The first one is market penetration. I must say that strategy is just about business as usual. And business as usual because there is nothing new you are doing. You are serving existing markets with existing products. In most cases, you don't even, or you may not even need market research because you understand your products, you understand the market, and you just do business as usual. Because you are dealing with the knowns, that is existing products and existing markets, this is a low risk method to grow because there is no new thing for you to even imagine. The second option is the market development, where you are using existing products or services to serve new markets. And new markets here can be in four main areas. Either you are serving new geographical markets, that is, exporting your products from, say, Ghana to the United States or to the United Kingdom. You have been in Ghana all this while, but you want to venture into the UK market by geographical definition of markets. You can also give new product dimensions or packaging so that such new dimensions or packaging appeals to different segments of a market. So you can still be in Ghana. You used to serve people who are old, but now you are modifying the products so that you take advantage of the younger generation also. An example I normally use is Colgate toothpaste. First made for adults who brush their teeth, with a modification, a bit sometimes with the content also, but mainly with the packaging and dimensions. They come up with new ones now for children. That is a new market, but the same existing product, toothpaste. The third way of market development is new distribution channels. So you are using different channels to be able to reach different segments of the market that you have not been serving. For instance, a PR company who has been using traditional medium for its public relations services can come up and say that now we want to do social media PR, which will serve different segments of the market. In that case, it is still market development. The last of the four is different pricing policies. Once again, let's use the PR company, who, because of its pricing policy, is seen as mainly for multinationals and big corporations. But if it changes its pricing model so that there is a new pricing model for SMEs, you can talk about that also as market development, because it's used to serve only multinationals and big enterprises, but because of a change in pricing policy, it's now going to serve a new market, which is the SME segment. Now, market development is more risky compared to market penetration, because here you have new market to deal with, market that you don't know, market that you haven't encountered before so much, and so you may require certain level of research into that market to be able to serve them better. The third alternative is product development. Like I said earlier, you have an existing market, but you provide new products to serve this existing market. And let me say that because you are producing new products or new services, the company may need to enhance on its competencies. It may need new competencies to be able to produce these new products or services. It is also much more suited or suitable for companies that compete in an environment that they need to differentiate themselves in order to remain competitive. And to be able to be successful with product development, there are three main things that you need to rely on. One is R&D, research and development, and innovation. You are coming up with new products and services, and so you should be well with researching into these products and markets and what have you, and be able to innovate and bring up new products and services that you aspire to do. You must also put much more marketing emphasis on detailed insights in consumer habits, detailed insights into customer needs and wants. And not just that, but also how they change in order to provide new products that will satisfy these changes. And then lastly, you need to place the marketing emphasis on being the first to the market. The last of the four options is diversification. In this situation, an organization introduces a new product into a new market. And it can be related products or markets or unrelated products that are totally unconnected with the existing products. And let me say that it is an inherently more risky strategy. But as we know in finance, the higher the risk, the more the return. And so, can also be more rewarding. But for it to be more rewarding, you need to consider these two major factors. The company must have a clear idea about gains from the strategy. And it must also conduct an honest assessment of the risk, so that you will be able to enter those new markets with new products, take it by storm, and get the rewards that goes along with it. So we will summarize this whole concept for today. And in summary, we are saying that business sustenance is more about growth. It is more about expansion. And so has become the focus of most managers, if not all. Business growth involves risk, and because it involves risk, it requires a good planning before you enter into the turf to play it. And Ansoff Matrix is a great model for planning business growth. By a simple logical combination of two variables or two available positional variables, Ansoff Matrix identifies 4 possible growth strategies which can be employed by the organization. And these 4 strategies are market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. We shall be looking at specific tactics that can be employed by any of these growth strategies. Thank you so much for your attention.